So I don't think I ever started a small talk unless there was an elderly person yelling at you on the bus to get up and give her a seat, because that's a thing. Hello friends, hope you guys are having an amazing day. Yep, you saw that right. That is my new intro video. Hope you enjoyed it. Today's video will be about the biggest differences between Estonian and American culture growing up in Estonia. As a disclaimer, this is my experience. I bet as many as, and there's bubble yawning, as many that there are people out in the world, as many are different experiences. So this is going to be based on my experiences. When I meet people, usually first time, they're always like, oh, you're from Estonia? What is it like? What's the difference between Estonian and American? So I think this is a great video idea to kind of tell you guys, put it all out there. What's the difference of growing up in Estonia and in America? Let me tell you the first thing, what I think is different growing up in Estonia compared to growing up in America. So kids go to school when they're most of the time 7 years old, and the school starts always on the same day, which is September 1st. So you always know when the school starts. I know that's very different in America, different counties, different states, depending on if you're a public or private school. But in Estonia, every single school nationally starts September 1st. Also, we don't have those yellow school buses like you guys in America. If you, as a kid, go to school, you either take the public transportation, you either walk, or your parents drive you to school. I remember whenever I was 3rd grade and I moved and I still wanted to go to my old school, I took 2 buses to go to school, which totaled 45 minutes, and that's completely normal. I'm not saying I'm such a superhero for doing that. No, that's super normal. Kids are very independent, and I remember walking home for like a kilometer from school every single day from 1st grade, so it's very normal. Okay. Second thing, since we are already on the school topic, I will tell you about our high school. So our high school is considered from 10th to 12th grade. In America, you guys have it from 9 to 12. When you're in different grades, you also call it freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. We just call it 10th, 11th, 12th. So our high schools are 3 years instead of 4 years in America. So another thing that is completely different, and all this experience is I've seen a lot of in the movie, which is, I know it's not even credible, but I told you I was an exchange student, so I kind of lived it myself. So another thing that I found very different in American compared to Estonian schools is, in Estonia, we don't really have after school activities like you guys do in America. For example, what I mean, if you guys have football season, like basketball season, baseball season, and a lot of those people in your class are part of those sports. In Estonia, if you want to do sports, it's completely outside of the school. It's nothing to do with the school. So if you're a dancer, you go to a dance club outside. There's nothing, again, connected to your school. So that's the one thing I really wish Estonian governments would adapt and kind of take over and have like sports like in America in our schools. Moving on to some more fun topics. As Christmas is coming closer and closer, we do Christmas, or we celebrate Christmas a little bit differently. So in Estonia, we celebrate Christmas on the 24th, which is pretty much the main day. The 25th to 26th is a holiday. You pretty much don't do anything those days, but we always get our gifts on 24th. Usually during the evening. A lot of the families, Santa comes into your homes, a relative dressed as a Santa, and then in order to get your gifts, you have to read poems or sing a song. So that's how you usually get your gift. In America, as I've experienced the last couple of years, is the main day is the 25th. 24th is considered the Christmas Eve, but I don't think you will get your presents on that day. I guess in Estonia we have to wait for Christmas a little bit less time than you guys in America. Also, I don't think in America no one dresses up as a Santa except maybe Halloween. The fifth thing that is different growing up in Estonia than in America. So in Estonia, there's Wi-Fi everywhere, and there was still Wi-Fi everywhere while I was growing up. And when I mean everywhere, I mean like everywhere. Estonia is very advanced in IT department, which means we do all of our voting, doctor's appointment, and all that stuff electronically. So we vote online, all that stuff. We also offer e-residency. So if you want to become an Estonian e-resident, I'll put a link down below, and just in case, if you want to do that, you have the option to do that. Sixth thing why it was different growing up in Estonia than it was in America. So pretty much everybody in Estonia lives in the capital or in a bigger city. There's not that many people who live in the rural area. However, a lot of the families have country houses or country cottages in the countryside where the grandmas, the kids, and a lot of people spend their summers. That's where I spent my summers. So I still, my grandma still to this day only goes there during the summertime, stays there the whole summertime, grows all of her vegetable and potatoes and all that fun stuff. And then we get to eat those during the winter time whenever we store them, and then there's no GMOs or anything. And I know in America you guys have a lot of country houses or lake houses, I think what most people call them. But I'm not sure if you guys are growing vegetables there. That's what we mostly do. We harvest our own potatoes. We pick up the potatoes. We eat our own potatoes with no GMOs. And the last thing I thought for you guys why it was different growing up in Estonia than it would have been in America is the small talk and how much more shy we as Estonians are. So again, small talk is not a thing in Estonia. If someone starts a small talk with you, I probably would have thought that they're on drugs or they're just super weird. So I don't think I ever started a small talk unless there was an elderly person yelling at you on the bus to get up and give her a seat, because that's a thing. But I don't think that we consider it a small talk. That's just considered yelling. So I think Estonians are much more shyer, and it was definitely an adjustment coming here. That was all I had for this week's video. If you want to learn more about Estonia, I'm gonna put a link down here where you can watch my old video where I talk about why I think Estonians are weird. I also talked about why Americans are weird, but I honestly think Estonians are even weirder. Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't thought about that as much. But, so if you want to do that, you can definitely do that. And if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like it and subscribe down below in the little red box. And I will see you next week. Ciao! Baba, can you say bye to our viewers? Bye! Baba, bye!